Bitcoin, make or break, inflection point. We're here again. 80K or sub 60K. Well, Bitcoin right now saw a brief dip down to sub 68. Currently trading at $68,400. Will 70K be resistance? So we're going to take over that here in the next, maybe over the next hour or so while we're live on the show. Also, we got some news with guns. We're talking about the guns token and that marketplace. Is it live? And, well, is blockchain gaming back? No, it's not back, but we're still going to talk about it. Also, we're going to talk a little bit about some blockchain metrics and which altcoins are kind of outpacing the others. Which ones should you add to your portfolio? We're going to talk about that and much, much more. Gina, roll the intro.
Hola! It's your boy, Big Rob, back in the house. Welcome to Sin City Crypto, home of the entertainment-focused cryptocurrency content. David said we're going to talk about guns today. Oh, what's happening?
Okay. Thank you.
For sure.
That one deserved it.
For sure. All right. David, I got an announcement to make. Give me the camera. Give me the camera. The bear market is back.
You're a fucking idiot, bro. You're such an idiot. Fucking dumbass.
No. I just wanted to say that. I thought it was...
bull market's back, huh?
Yeah, no, not quite. No, not quite.
You know what you got to do? You just got to have an invalidation number. Just have a number. At what number does Bitcoin cross above and stay above for a week? Is it a reversal? For me, it's 98,000.
98,000?
Mm-hmm.
It's quite a large number there.
It is.
So once you get to 98,000, then we're good. It's a big number, man.
Above 98,000 and stay there for maybe 4 to 5 days.
I'll feel confident about Bitcoin when it hits 1.5 million.
Cool.
That's when I'm sold on it. Right? You know, we had this, we talked about it. I had this chart pulled up on, what was it, Wednesday? And, we drew this out here. I said, hey, you know what? Expect a pullback and to come down and test this $72,000 mark or 71.5. And my thinking is that we were going to come back, hit this, and then, off to the races. I had that drawn out there. But that, unfortunately, did not hold. And, well, we fell down to here, back down. So... yeah, I don't know. If we're going to be over our 70K again, it's going to take a few days, right? What do you think we're at on Monday? Monday. Where do you think we're at on Bitcoin's price Monday?
I'm observing.
Because I feel like 70K is going to be strong resistance at this point, right? Since we lost it?
Yeah, I'm just looking at it it's been a pretty mundane weekend, a few weekends, honestly. I mean, we had last Sunday, we went up 1%. The Saturday went down 1.8. It was a wash. The more previous weekend, Saturday, we were down 0.0. So we were flat Saturday, flat Sunday. Monday, we came in, we had a 4.5% dump. That was Monday, February 23rd. So, and then the following.
I will say when you zoom out, it's looking a lot better, right? When you zoom out, here is the daily candles, Bitcoin. You can see that what we're putting in here is higher lows. We have a rounding bottom here. We are essentially hitting this trend line. If you look at, you zoom out here, you can really see what this is starting to shape up looking like. I mean, from a charting perspective here, just kind of analytical point of view, just, it looks like we might form what could be a cup and handle. You would hope for something like this and, ultimately that's something that's shaping up on the longer time frame. And when you get down into, say, the 1 hour chart, that's when you start to get a little bit more concerned on the direction of the market. But from a macro perspective, I'm pretty happy about it. Right? 4 hour doesn't look great. But you zoom out to the daily. I think this right here is a healthy bounce. I think that you can continue on. I still, I mentioned on Wednesday. I think that we're on a strong bounce, we're heading up to a double top. The bear market's invalidated, or at least its current situation. And so I don't know. I still believe true on that one. What? Did you want me to flip flop?
No, I don't get it.
You don't get my move?
No.
Wednesday I did say that, we were going to pull back. I was right about that.
Yeah, if 62.5 does not hold for Bitcoin.
62, you think we're going down there?
I'm just telling you, if 62.5 doesn't hold for Bitcoin, then
yeah, I mean you're spot on. That's been the support so far. We did candle wick down to 58, I think it was, on that very first drop there.
59.9.
Yeah, I saw on some exchanges as 58. That one briefly. And so yeah,
this is a very important level, right? You had your open here after that wick. You had a bounce on a wick, a bounce on a wick. And so if we do come all the way back down, the 62.5 has to hold. If it doesn't, we're probably going to the low 50s.
Don't you think that we're kind of rounding out here? And I mean, obviously it's a probability play here. Are we going to see what we saw here earlier this cycle where, it's very comparable there, right there, right? Yeah. We came down, we started making a little bit of started making lower highs or higher lows, and then ultimately that got given up. And so, are we going to get another one of those? Or are we going to round out?
That's kind of what it looks like.
That's what I'm saying. It's like, it's the game of probabilities here.
You got your series of highs and then a spill off, right? That ends up being a rising channel that falls. And so you kind of have the same thing here.
But I will say that this one's more of a rounding bottom, though. This one's got some nice momentum, right? The other one was a little bit more choppy.
This one?
Yeah. Yeah, a little bit more rounding bottom, man. I'm telling you, it looks more like that green teacup right there,
It actually looks like almost identical, man. Except for this one was putting in higher highs.
Yeah, it was a bigger bounce there, yeah.
This one was falling. I think that's what JP was talking about on the show yesterday on the trading show. He said this one was rising. This one was actually falling because this ended up being a bear flag that broke to the downside. Right? Big move down, kind of chop up, and then a big move down. This one, it just kind of continued to consolidate, but to the downside. And then it broke up, and well, what is it going to do now? And so 62.5 is kind of the line in the sand. The other level, I think we're kind of here now.
Didn't you guys put in a short position on the trading show to go down to 68?
We did. It was a community trade, and we hit it.
There you go.
So we'll be giving away money to someone today on the trading show. So come join us.
I just remembered that. Because I remember y'all were talking about 68, whatever it was. And
so this was JP's trade, okay? So we had the chat vote whether they wanted a long or a short. They wanted a short. I handed it over to JP. He found the trade. He told me the stop loss. He told me the TP. And it started bouncing up, came down, it bounced, and then that big fall this morning, it hit his TP, exactly to where he put it. And so $65. So we'll be giving away some money to someone on the trading show later today. So come join us. I don't know if we'll do another trade like this, but maybe we will. Well, you never know. You just got to come join us. And so I tested my luck with River again and telling you, man, river is just the bane of my existence.
Yeah, don't play around in the Yellow River, you know.
What? Where'd you get that saying from? A philosophy book?
It's a river in India. Thank you.
It's just it annoys me. It pisses me off. It was a A+ trade setup. Why did it go against me?
Oh, it's in China. China's got the Yellow River. That's what it is.
Makes sense.
Yeah, man. I'm just saying, man. You gotta be careful.
Why can I not win a trade on river, man? Why?
You just gotta be more degenerate in
I was
in that one.
I was. Anyways, I want to share this. Did you see this?
It's terrible.
It's terrible. Yeah.
Yeah. He should have got a lot more punishment than a
was
$12,000
sad, man.
bond.
Yeah.
Because that's terrible.
This dumbass
Terrible.
went into the flamingo habitat at the Flamingo Hotel, hijacked the flamingo, took it to his room, and in the process hurt like 4 flamingos. And so now he's facing multiple animal abuse charges.
They took his passport away. He's from
Canadian.
Yeah.
What's wrong with you?
Death penalty. Death penalty. Are you kidding me?
We can't hear you. Do you know you're muted?
No.
Okay, death penalty. Can you hear me
think
now? Death penalty.
She said something about Rob's the worst host we've had. I don't know. People hear you. We didn't hear you. She said she loves flamingos. They're great. Also, Nick said, I'm revenge trading at this time. I know. I am. I admit it. I am. I have to stop. There's a potential canary in the coal mine here. Okay, and this has nothing to do with
Flamingo in the-
not the flamingo. Yeah, there's a flamingo in the coal mine. If
There,
they
you
ever
know, his
get rid of-
friends back in Canada are probably like,
What are you doing, eh?
they're like, did you hear what Charlie did? Like what? He went down to Vegas. He's in jail right now, and they took his passport. What did he do? Stole a flamingo. He got drunk on a bender.
An idiot. Trying to recreate the Hangover movie.
Yeah. Didn't they like steal a tiger?
The movie?
Yeah.
They stole Mike Tyson's tiger.
Yeah.
That was a good movie.
You know, I've been to Mike Tyson's house.
You have?
Yeah.
I know.
There's like a whole tiger habitat back there.
He also likes pigeons too.
You know, feeding pigeons in my backyard.
Yeah. You are a pigeon. So here's a little bit of a potential canary in the coal mine. So this has the markets kind of shook a little bit. BlackRock's $26 billion private credit fund limits withdrawals. BlackRock stock falls 4% at the open. Typically, investors can pull anywhere but usually 9%, right, on average. That number was slashed in half. And so I did some research. I used a little bit of AI to kind of explain. And from my own personal experience of, what I've seen, this is what started happening in 2006/2007. Private equity started showing cracks, right? When there's a liquidity, I don't want to say crisis, but when there are liquidity issues in the private credit market, it usually means the rest of the markets are also kind of on their tippy toes. Now, this is BlackRock, the world's largest asset manager. The asset manager that the government of the United States called upon during 2008 to bail out the country, essentially. And so BlackRock's not going to go under. I don't think so. I'm not saying we're going to see a big recession, but it does point to there's a liquidity crisis happening in the markets. So you can go one of two ways. You can freak out and start pulling all your money out, or you can accept the fact that, well, he just nominated Kevin Warsh. We're getting a new Fed chair in May? So 2 months? 2 months. We got Scott Bessent. They're asking for more money. They're actively, at war in the Middle East, overseas. Liquidity crunch back home. That can only mean one thing. What does that mean, Gina? Money printer go brr, brr, brr. Do we have that the background with the money going?
Oh my God. Hold
Yeah.
on. I got
So money printer we'll get initiated. Now, where's that money going to flow? I think it'll take some time to eventually make its way down, right, to the commoners like us. But this has a lot of people where, yeah, there it is. There's the money counter. Be prepared. It is on its way. Hopefully sooner than later. We'll see. But I don't know. What do you take of this? This is pretty big. We're talking about the largest asset manager in the world with BlackRock. This has a lot of investors kind of shaken up, and there's another thing on the macro side that I'll share with you. But what do you think about this?
Like,
let me guess, it's not a big deal.
Like, but here's the thing. Well, what's the limit, right?
Well, it was 9%. Now it's cut in half.
It's 9. No, it fell.
No. The withdrawals.
The withdrawal?
Yeah. Fund withdrawals were 9%.
I don't know. I mean,
they've limited them.
That's just how these.
That's not just how it works.
That's how it works, bro. Walk into the bank. Let's just say you have a $5 million in the bank. Just walk into the bank and be like, hey, guys, I want $2 million in cash. You're going to be like,
it's not the same. Here's the better analogy. No, that analogy is terrible. Here's a better analogy. The analogy is you walk into the bank and you've always been able to take out $10,000. No problem. You walk into the bank tomorrow, like you can only take out $5,000. You're like, why? Well, we're having some issues with liquidity and we need to move money around.
I agree with you.
So that would,
what I'm saying is that like that wouldn't shock me if we went into the bank, because what happened was 2000, the banks had to have, was it 10% of the of people's money on hand. Now then it dropped down to like 5%, 3%. Now it's like there's no 0%. Like keep whatever you want on hand, and nobody says anything about that. We just keep operating as normal. And then you got ATM withdrawal limits. You have Zelle limits. You got how much you can withdraw from the bank that day limit. That's how it is, man. That's why I don't have a savings account in fiat dollars. That's why I closed all of my banking accounts and anything associated with banks outside of a checking account. I just can't get around that one. And so that's just the world we live in, bro. And so if you're asking my opinion, you say, hey, what do you think about it? I was like, hey, man, it's just the company's operating like normal. That's exactly what I don't know. It's like the McRib is back. Like, it's just, you know what's going to happen. Every year and a half, the McRib comes back. And centralized companies that control money will put limits and withdrawals preventions on there.
Yeah, typically they do that when something's wrong.
Or, yeah.
So, which means something is.
We also got a lot of crap that happened with COVID and whatever. I don't know. But you think BlackRock's going to go under?
No, I started off my whole thing saying I don't think BlackRock.
So then what's the big takeaway?
The big takeaway is the canary in the coal mine. If BlackRock is having liquidity issues, what does that mean for the rest of the markets?
I don't think they're having liquidity issues. I think that what they're having is just there's an economic situation going on. I think the price of oil is going up, price of energy is going up. There's a lot of uncertainty, and BlackRock's like, hey man, you know what? We're gonna protect ourselves. We're not gonna let you. We're not gonna let you cash out all your portfolio at once.
But they're not trying to do that.
Why?
They're trying to take out what they've always taken out, which is 9%.
No, but what I'm saying is that, like, from their operating perspective, they're just preventing their clients from removing
the amount of money they've always removed.
They've always been able to remove. And now they're just mitigating the run on bank risk.
Because there's an issue underlying.
I don't think there's an issue with BlackRock, but I think that, or BlackRock. I don't think there's an issue with BlackRock, but I think that they're just, hey, there might be other companies out here there might be similar situations that in other banking sectors, we've seen runs on banks, and Bro, it's just how it operates, man. The stock markets will close at certain days because of too much volatility and in very stressful times. The government and companies, that's what they do, bro. Like, I don't know. I don't read into it. I think that we're in economic uncertainty always.
Okay. Let's take a look at the markets.
All right. So, taking a look, Bitcoin, 68,200. Not looking good, man. Not looking good. 67,000 on the horizon. But when we go down the list here, biggest losers today, Zcash, which we saw was performing well on the $72,000 Bitcoin run a couple of days ago, having a sharp pullback, down 8%, back down to 210. Also, I mean, you can take a look. There is Pippin. I know you were talking about a Pippin run here a couple of days ago, and you're down 38% on the week, up 9% on the day. It's up 7% almost just on the 1 hour here. So a lot of volatility going on in Pippin. And also River, which, if you would have got a long position on this, looking pretty healthy.
Stupid ass ticker again.
Up 46%. Also Humanity Protocol in the mix as well. So quality projects down. Pippin, River, Humanity. More speculative plays up. Interesting time in the markets.
That's all you got?
Yeah.
What a great market overview that was.
Yeah,
absolutely amazing.
Appreciate it.
I'm kind of looking through, the top 100, and Cardano's still holding on to that number 10 spot. It's at $9.3 billion. I thought for sure, something was creeping out. I think it was either Hyperliquid or there was another, Canton Network. Canton was creeping up on all of them. So this one is sitting at up 133% over the last 90 days. It's down 10% on the week. When you look at a project like Canton, right? When you hear people like Larry Fink, like the Federal Reserve, right? They put out a statement on X a couple of days ago, and they said, look, this is how we're going to treat tokenized assets. It's going to be treated just like stocks are. Securities. Okay, great. Now there's clarity. Now we know what, and that's not a surprise to anyone. But at least it's a governing body coming out and saying, this is how we're going to look at it. So investors, when they invest, they can say, okay, this is how it's going to be treated. This is what we need to do. This is the risk compliance we need to have in place. And it allows the markets and people to move forward with a kind of clear path. And so tokenized securities, now we can call them tokenized digital assets, is going to be a massive narrative. Now, AI's already ran. I think it's still going to run. But real world asset tokenization, we haven't really seen. I mean, we've seen Canton Network on the 1 year. Now it's only up 1.2%. That's over the last 1 year. Okay, that was it's only been out for less than a year. You look at other projects, and we can, in fact, go down here on CoinMarketCap. We can go to...
But I think Canton, before you leave the Canton conversation, I think they nailed the sweet spot, bro. They're privacy plus RWAs. And it's all done on layer one, so you're not compromising its own security or leveraging its own security somewhere else. Right? So you got a layer one that focuses on RWAs that also has enabled privacy. It's kind of like I don't know. It's not a surprise, right? I guess I don't know. What do you think?
It's not a surprise that they've done
performed as well as they are, right?
Well, I mean, Canton was... It was never kind of in the spotlight. It wasn't like a sexy play. It wasn't like but if you go to their website, this is the blockchain. I mean, you look at the numbers, 2.5 million in daily fees. So the protocol is making money. And there was somewhere on here where it showed how much it's tokenized. Let's go ecosystem.
I know they also burn and you have to burn for gas fees, so that they have deflationary.
But they work with the biggest platforms. And let me pull up rwa.xyz real quick, and we'll see if Canton pulls up here. Canton. So represented asset value, $325 billion. Now, this is according to rwa.xyz. I don't know how accurate it is on this website here, but it at least kind of gives you a ballpark. When you go to the RWAs in total by networks, ETH is losing dominance. You have the provenance. I don't even know what that is. But you got wait, this is, no, we're going to go all. What is distributed, represented, all? Okay, so all. There you go. Distributed and represented is Canton Network at $325 billion. Its market share is down 1%, but look at that market dominance. 87% market dominance here on Canton Network. Everything is, in fact, bigger than the rest, right? RWA count, obviously total value, and of course, market share. You have Polygon up here, which, shout out to Steve-O in the chat. He's been pounding the Polygon drum. The numbers are very, very, I don't want to say shocking, but they're very interesting. There's a lot happening on Polygon. We're just not seeing it through the price. If you go to, and you can go down here to different asset classes like credit, commodities, so on and so forth. If you go to distributed, ETH is number one. You got BNB on here, Stellar on here. But one that a lot of people talk about and that I've brought up is XRP Ledger. And when we go to all, XRP Ledger is number 6 with less than $2 billion in total value in respect to RWAs. When you go over to DeFi Llama, now I know XRP Ledger XRP is not really known for programmability, but it still has the XRP Ledger. Let's go ahead and XRP Ledger, XRPL. It's got 46 million in total value. Right, it's fairly paltry. Stablecoin market cap is 400 million, which I believe is all pretty much RLUSD. And so when you look at RWA plays, the obvious one to me is something like Chainlink, something like Canton Network, something like Ethereum. But is there anyone on this list here that you look at, and we can go to keep it on all. Is there anyone on here you look at that, one, surprises you that it's there, or two, a name that is omitted that has surprised you that it's not there?
For me, I'm more about the disappointments, because I think prior to this bull market, or say in the early stages, we were picking our favorite horses in the race, and this list here does not reflect that at all, right? Now, is there anything that played out like you thought it was going to?
Ondo's not here.
So Ondo's not here? That's what I'm saying. Like,
Hedera's not here.
Yeah, my whole thing is that, like, these projects that were supposed to be RWA plays, like I was looking at Avalanche this morning, down to $8. It just keeps sliding down. It's like number 25 on the market cap list. I think just slowly shriveling away, and then like it's under $9. This is looking ugly. I mean, you said the market dominance for XRP as far as RWAs are concerned, or Ripple Network, or whatever it is, it was 1%, right?
I think it was XRPL is less than, it's a 0.5% market share.
That's what I'm saying. And I've talked about it before. I'm like, I think the saving grace potentially for XRP would be getting into RWAs, right? Because the idea of moving money internationally with XRP doesn't make sense when you have stable coins, right? That's been my whole kind of thing, is that like the blockchain model of banks moving money with crypto prior to the advent of stable coins was through crypto networks like XRP. It made sense. And then, lo and behold, someone's like, hey, why don't we just tokenize $1 and you just move that thing? There you go. You want to move $1 million bucks? Then just move $1 million right here. It's tokenized. It's $1 million right here. Like, why go through another network, buy a token, and then like you got a stable coin on XRP, but nobody uses it. It doesn't have market dominance, right? You have globally thousands of currencies, but which one is the one that we use to move money internationally? It's the dollar. Which one do we trade in? The dollar. And so you're going to find the same situation here in crypto. If banks are going to move money, they're going to pick one stable coin, the same way that markets have always picked one currency. And cryptocurrencies, there's going to be one currency that's a stable coin that moves around. Will there be other options? Sure. You can Uber and you can also Lyft. There's not a lot of Lyft drivers out there. I'm not saying there isn't any, but it's maybe 5% of the rides. The other 95% are Uber. And so I think the same thing's going to happen here, just like all the other markets. And so my disappointment, Avalanche, XRP, I could throw Hedera in there only on the premise of RWAs. I think that Hedera has a very versatile stack of verticals, and they got a lot more going for them. So I would say from an RWA perspective, a little disappointing. But I mean, like I said, man, I think Canton just hit it out of the park, man. Privacy plus, all of those partnerships, layer one, deflationary, burn mechanism, RWAs, partners with the right people. I don't know. And also it's just like, you got on one hand, you got these degenerate crypto plays that have been around for a while that all the community is all hyped up about. And then you got these guys that come in, these big companies that come in, they launch a blockchain, they make partnerships, they already have backdoor deals, and then they just climb up out of nowhere on the market cap list.
Let's take a trip down memory lane here. You talked about Avalanche already. Look at ICP at $2.45. It's down 60% on the year, 7% on the month. It's down even on the week, down on the 24-hour. At ICP at sub $2.50. What's kind of your what's your spot there? Are you a buyer, or are you there's a lot of hype around caffeine AI, kind of Claude and Opus via Anthropic. That's all the hype. You never saw, you did see a minute hype cycle with caffeine, but not to the level we saw with Anthropic's Claude, right?
How about this? Every single 2020 prominent mover altcoin, all the ones that the big gainers from 2020 are in an ugly ass spot in this current market cycle. There's almost no exception. And so currently their only gains, I mean, look at the biggest gainers on the week. Like, your biggest gainers on the week is nothing here, nothing legacy, man. River, Humanity, OKB. I guess you can make an argument for OKB. Jupiter, Kite, Layer Zero, Pi. You have Near Protocol up 13%, but like at this point, you're getting down into these minute amount of rally, minute percentages, right? 13%. But even Near Protocol, you look at its all-time chart, it's just toast, bro. Last bull market, $17. It's at $1. This thing has just been flatlined. Even its big push back in last year saw it get up to $8. It's at $1, and so it's down 85% in just the last little over a year.
I want to do a rapid fire little segment here, but first I want to give a big shout out. Today's show is brought to you by Stake.us. If you want to have some fun, play some games, win some free stake cash, come down to our studio, sit in that chair that you saw earlier, and download the app first. I don't know where I'm going with this, but either way, get a stake app. There's a link in the description, and you'll get a free. You'll get some free stake cash when you sign up. You claim your free daily bonus every single day. Okay. With that being said, I'm gonna throw out names, and you tell me whether they're coming back to the next cycle.
So just right before you say that, remember, I was saying that if it was a prominent mover in 2020, I have no confidence in it.
Just give your answer.
It's all the new guys. Give your
answer. Cardano.
Dead.
You don't got to say dead. Okay, I guess
until Bitcoin securely and confidently crosses over all-time highs. The legacy ones, the ones that performed well last bull market, will be on the sidelines until we're in blue sky all-time high territory.
Stellar Lumens?
Same.
Hedera?
Same.
Litecoin?
Same.
Sui?
I think it'll do well.
Really?
Yeah.
Okay. Kronos?
Same.
Polkadot?
Same. If it did well in 2020, it's gonna be the same answer, bro.
BitTensor?
It'll do well. You understand where my head is here?
I know.
It's very simple. And you can just go down the list
Ondo?
of what has performed well. It'll do well.
Midnight?
Nah, too much airdrop in there. People are going to sell as it rallies. People will take profits off of their free money.
Aptos. Aptos is an interesting one. Aptos I don't think it was around in 21.
No. But I don't have a lot of confidence in, well,
I don't ever hear anything about Aptos. That's not to say that Aptos is dead but I
think sometimes you don't need to overthink it, bro. You don't need to overthink it. The projects that incurred a ton of value in 2021 are in a consolidation phase where they basically sold off and they're consolidating. That's where we're at. It's not, we don't need to overthink it, bro. Like if you went from 5 cents to $1 in 2021 and now you're at 40 cents or, just as an example, if by market cap, you just made everyone that holds a token a shit ton of money and you increased in market cap value in 2021, you're currently consolidating. That's just where the market is. And right now, there's some new innovative cryptos that are coming out that are just making progress on market cap and coming into the market. And so that's how I'm looking at altcoins. I think Solana's a great play. I'm not buying it right now, though.
So you would put Solana in the same category?
Yeah. I think that Solana's not going to outperform. Okay, here's the list here. Like, take a look. So this is the biggest gainers of the week. Until Bitcoin confidently makes a strong move back to 100K, these projects here are going to outperform it. I don't mean like each single one but I'm just saying that like this category of top 10, these newer projects are going to outperform Solana. You're going to get a better performance out of River or Humanity Protocol or something comparable to it. And new and upcoming cryptos are going to outperform the legacy ones until we get our footing back on the bull market.
But we're back on the bull market, you said, right?
Yes. But us losing 70K delays that a little bit.
Nice. All right, we're done on the show today. Come join us, myself and JP, for the trading show here in about 10 minutes. We're giving money away. We hit the trade yesterday from the community. So come join us and Gina, roll that. Thank you. See you in 10 minutes.
Sin City Crypto. Cash is Cuvée. Yeah. Sin City Crypto. Everybody know we here for entertainment and info. Gonna show you how to get that big dough. So every day stay tapped in for big facts, no capping. With Bitcoin, if you're in, then you win. We divide the pie with no fraction. It's Big Rob, David. I spit the game, but they gave it. Name the coin, it's your favorite. I got dry powder, why save it? To the OGs, new beginners. Special shout out to the well members. Buy a dip, sell winners. Ain't really nothing you can tell sinners. Tune in for the latest new flavors. They gonna teach us mean coins. They polarizing like barbecue chicken pizzas. I laugh with a major grin. Laggers, we trade them in. Baddies, they came to sin. And sinners gon' play to win. Screaming hola, till my bags are flowing over. Hold ya to the moon and to the solar. Won't I? Don't be letting FOMO control ya. It's over when the finger tornado close ya.